And welcome to Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the big show, Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, right here on May the 2nd, 2022. We are glad you could make it here. Nice to have you join us tonight. Hope you're well and healthy out there, wherever you are around the world. Thank you, all of you who are already giving us thumbs ups on this show. If you're giving me a thumbs up tonight, do me a favor. Tell me what number your thumbs up number is. We'll keep track how many thumbs ups we're getting tonight. We appreciate every one we can get. Tells the world out there that this is a great community with which to hang out in. Hopefully you're getting your holidays figured out. You guys are going to do some traveling soon, that you're all unleashed and uncaged from your lockups around the world. And you're going to enjoy some travel this year. Let me know, what cruises are you booking on? What ships are you going to be on? Where are you going? We're kind of curious. I was just we just finished the show here a few minutes ago with the members of this channel, the sponsor members of this channel. You can tell who they are because they have a little avatar beside their names. We were just finishing our sponsor member hangout show, and Tim Bowman from Seattle was telling us about an incredible deal he scored booking a cruise to Alaska on the Quantum of the Seas, the Royal Caribbean ship Quantum of the Seas. Leaving Seattle, this ship has just been repositioned to Seattle at kind of as a kind of a last minute thing. The ship is offering sailings that start day after tomorrow. The first 7-day cruise starts on May the 9th. And then the next one is May the 16th and May the 23rd, May the 30th. If you want to go on a 7-day cruise in a balcony, how about a deal like this one? May 16th, you can get a balcony for $551. May the 23rd, $486 for a 7-night Alaska cruise. May 30th, 7 nights, $497. Now, these are, kind of last minute, not last pure second or anything like that. But, you got a couple of weeks to get up there. But, geez, deals like this, man, that's a huge offer on a beautiful ship. The Quantum of the Seas might be worth really taking a look at. I was just looking at vacationstogo.com. You'll have to contact your travel professional and see what you can dig up there. But boy, sounds like a pretty good deal going on with the Royal Caribbean and the Quantum of the Seas for Alaska cruises. That's the beauty of a ship that gets repositioned at the last minute. There's no time for the cruise line to do a major marketing campaign for a year. They're down to a 60-day window, 30-day window. Market now. Everybody who's ever sailed on our cruise line gets emails. Anybody who's has racked up points over the years, they get emails. Anyone that has credits, get them emails, get them onto the ship, get them to use up these points, get them to use up their cruise. So some of you out there might be able to score a pretty good deal. The other thing is, if you're thinking of a repositioning cruise, this ship might come in handy for that too, because let me tell you this one. This ship is going to leave Vancouver on October the 3rd, after the Alaska cruising season is over. October the 3rd, it's heading to Honolulu. It's a 10-day cruise, a balcony rate $11.13. And after it gets to Honolulu, you can head out for another cruise. There's an 18-night cruise that begins on October. No, hang on a second. Let me a second. Let me just double check something. Hang on. Hold a second. Hold on. I got to double check my stats here. There is a cruise. There is a cruise out of Honolulu. I figured. And where is that cruise, Bruce? Yeah, here it is. It's October the 13th. Out of Honolulu on the Quantum of the Seas. This is an 19-nighter from Honolulu to Papati, Tahiti, Moorea, Society Islands, to Nourmia, New Caledonia, Mystery Island, Vanuatu, and Brisbane, Australia. It gets there November the 1st. 19 nights, $2,100 for a balcony, $1,760 for an inside suite. This is one to watch. This is a cruise to keep an eye on, because as the weeks and months go by and we get closer to October, this might go on a bigger sail, because again, it's a repositioning cruise from Hawaii. Now, theoretically, you can go from Vancouver to Brisbane, Australia on a full-blown 29-night trip, first to Hawaii and then continuing on right to Brisbane. A lot of sea days and all of that, but boy, for those of you who love sea days, that would be one heck of a cruise, again, on the Quantum of the Seas. So I mentioned that because that came up in our sponsor member show, which starts every Monday at 7 o'clock. It's a 1-hour hangout show with folks who are members of this channel and myself. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. I was mentioning to the gang over there about the trip coming up for Jennifer and I. Our schedule is today is the 2nd of May. We're here in Calgary doing these 2 shows. Next Monday will be the last time you're going to see myself here in Calgary. That'll be the last show from Calgary, next Monday the 9th. Monday the 16th, I should be on the air live from London in the United Kingdom, from London, England. And I'm very much looking forward to broadcasting to you from there. Also, start watching the channel for new videos while we're on the road, because we're now going to start doing travel videos from the road. The 23rd of May, the hope is, that cross our fingers, we think we're going to work the logistics out, that we will be coming to you from, likely coming to you from Edinburgh in Scotland. And on the 30th of May, if it works out, we could well be broadcasting to you from Hamburg, Germany on the 30th of May. On June the 6th, I think we'll be coming to you live from Berlin in Germany. And on the 13th, it is possible, the way it's falling into place, Munich, Germany might be in play that day. And after that, we're coming to you live from Switzerland. We're going to be in Switzerland for a month, and we're at various locations. So stick around this channel if you want to ask us all kinds of questions about the trip and the logistics of the travel. Become a member of this channel and join us Mondays for the Hangout show first, and then the big show after that. Now, the only caveat with this whole thing is internet connections, because we have to work on that. We're at various hotels. We'll see how good it is. And also the timing of these shows. Right now, the sponsor show comes on at 7 o'clock Eastern, and the big show, this show, comes on at 8 o'clock Eastern. Now, for Jennifer and I in Europe, the problem with that is going to be a 6 to 7 hour time change differential. And we are likely going to broadcast live from Europe on Mondays at an earlier time for my friends in the Eastern time zone and everywhere else. So keep an eye open for that. Next week, everything's the same. We're here from Calgary, finishing up here. The week after, we're from London. I will let you know exactly what times we're going to broadcast on. We'll also upload links to the live shows, as we always do, and you will get alerts on the Mondays themselves. Oh, he's got the live show coming up at such and such a time, or such and such a time. And hopefully you can join us live. If it's too early for you because of how late it is for us, you'll have to catch us on the rerun. But nonetheless, we're going to try and attempt the best we can to be on live every Monday, as we always are. And we'll keep you posted. I'm really excited. We're looking forward to it. Now, Ken Koreka is here. Welcome, Ken and Janet from Saginaw, Michigan. Welcome, both of you. The temperature is 52 with an inch of rain expected tomorrow. An inch of rain. That's like a foot of snow in the wintertime. Gasoline prices shot up to $4.40 in the last day. That's ridiculous. Good evening, all. We are number 3 thumbs ups. Thank you guys for being already the number 3 thumbs up on this channel, on this show. Sharon is here. Hi there, Bruce. Long time no see. It's been a long time. One of my loyal sponsors, Kirk Brunson, another loyal sponsor of this channel from the Big Apple, Kirk Brunson's YouTube and Facebook channel. I'm here, Bruce. Thumbs up, number 7, buddy. Thank you, man. Tim Bowman, as we were just talking about you, greetings from all very cloudy Seattle, where it's 52. Just came over from the sponsor member hangout where we had another great time. And Nathan is here. He's also a sponsor member of this channel. He thinks he's also number 7, and that makes sense because when you hit the button, you never know exactly what number you are. 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower 80s Nashville today. Nice weather, man. Gas has gone up a dime to $3.55 a gallon. Here in Calgary, we're paying $3.57 as low as $1.57 a liter, as low as $1.40 a liter in Canadian funds. $1.40 a liter would be about $4 a gallon ballpark. Jeannie is here. Hi, Jeannie. Hello, Bruce and all TWBers. Bill and Jeannie are here for the big show from East Tennessee. Tim Bowman, thanks for your participation in the Hangout show. Absolutely loved it and love that. Nathan, finally getting my artwork from the Park West Gallery auction on the February cruise to create paintings. Joseph, I'm number 11, and it's 16 degrees in Regina, Saskatchewan. Welcome, Joseph, from beautiful Regina. Isla Pierre, my next cruise next year will be January 2023 on the Odyssey of the Seas. Right on. That is going to be great. Miss M is in the house. Hi, Bruce. How are you? Maple Ridge, British Columbia, gas $1.97 a liter. I'm going to round that up to $2 and just tell you that 1 gallon of gas, a U.S. gallon, is running those folks the price of $7.40 Canadian a gallon. You got to take about 23% off of that, roughly. So I'm going to say about $1.60. That is still $5.80 a gallon U.S. That is some of the most expensive gas on the continent. Ms. M, I'm thumbs up number 14. Welcome for this. Thank you, Tio. Sancho, we're in Stratford, Ontario, where gas is $1.89 a liter, or $5.55 a U.S. gallon, and it's 11 Celsius or 52 Fahrenheit tonight. Right on. We got up to 64 Fahrenheit today. It was fantastic. We're going to hit 70 on Thursday, and then we cool off into the 50s again on the weekend. And Annie Rogers is here. Hi, Bruce. Annie and Brent from Ancaster, Ontario, are in the house tonight. We're number 12 and number 17 for the thumbs ups, and gas is $1.78 a liter. So welcome, guys. Sylvia is in the house tonight. Welcome from Greensboro, North Carolina. 81 degrees where she's hanging out. I can't make up my mind with the air conditioning temperature. 75, I'm cold, but at 76, I start getting hot. I mean, life is tough when it's 81 degrees out. I wouldn't know what that's like down here where I am, or up here where I am, because we're not getting anywhere near 80 degrees at all. Bullcraft Max, hi, Bruce, hope all is well. We are doing great. Nikki is in the house too. Greetings from Jacksonville, Florida. 77 degrees right now in Jacksonville. Bullcraft, Bruce, you are so cool, by the way. Well, I do what I can. I work at it. Coolness is a talent. It's a gift. Kevin Chapman, hello, sir. Hello from Central New Jersey, where they're 74 days away from a cruise on the Oasis of the Seas. We are 74 days away from a cruise, but no one here is counting. Hopefully this all comes off. This happens. Patrick, I'm number 10, and it's 40 degrees in Colorado, and gas is $3.98. Welcome, Patrick. The playoffs are about to begin. I bet you your town is gearing up. Hockey playoffs. Rocky, a high from sunny and warm southeastern Virginia. The high temperature today, 88 degrees. It's 82 now. Gas is $4.10 a gallon. Unbelievable. Sylvia, I see that someone else is number 14, but I hit that number of thumbs ups, and it tells me I'm number 14. But on my phone, maybe it makes a difference. Who knows? You're in the hood, and you're here, and I'm glad you made it. 25 thumbs ups right now, Bruce, already. You only need 75 more to hit 100, and we're on our way looking for 100 thumbs ups tonight. Hit that thumbs up button for us, everybody, if you can. Ann Rogers, hi, Bruce, Ann and Brent Ancaster, 178. By the way, if you're watching on a rerun right now, a lot of you watch this show as a rerun. hit that thumbs up button, even on the rerun. It makes a difference. It really does. You folks, a lot of you folks who've been here on these live shows, you have helped this channel in the last month start to move up on the daily views. It has been rather interesting. Some of my videos I've made a few years ago have kind of caught fire all of a sudden, and the channel's numbers are higher. I'm excited. Can't wait to produce some new videos for you on this trip coming up. Manuvel Camp, good evening. Hello, Bruce. Welcome, sir. Robert, greetings from a rainy Boston. It's 48 degrees and gas is $4.21 a gallon. Going on the NCL Pearl in July to Bermuda. I need to test 2 days before getting on the ship and submit results to the government of Bermuda. They still want test results. Josie, hello from New Jersey, Oasis of the Seas. July 1. Yes, it cannot come soon enough. Stephen, I am either 25, 26, or 27 on the thumbs up meter. 67 degrees right now. Gas is 380, and it's rainy in Northwest Arkansas. Welcome, Ms. M. What times will your live shows be? Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. You see, here's the thing. There's this thing, like Julia Roberts said in Notting Hill, there's this thing. What is the thing? Well, here's the thing. New York, it can be noon. In London, it's 5 in the afternoon. And in Berlin, it's 6 o'clock at night. So we either have a 5 or a 6 hour differential in time. Now, this show, the big show, goes on at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Well, for me in Berlin, this show would start at 2 a.m. in the morning. And I can tell you, by the time I get to Berlin with Jennifer, we'll have time changed. We'll have adjusted to the new time. There's no way I'm going to do a 2 a.m. show with you guys, because here's what you're going to get, okay? You're going to watch me sleep for an hour, because I'll be out like a light. So I'm going to have to go on earlier to be able to be live. So my hunch is that we might be live at 7 and 8 o'clock in the evening in Europe, like I am live here, but that the 7 o'clock show for me in the evening is actually 1 o'clock New York time. And the 8 o'clock show in the evening is 2 o'clock New York time in the afternoon. So you're going to have to watch me sooner if you want to watch me live. Otherwise, you'll watch me live as a rerun whenever you can. I suspect that's going to happen, because even with that, I'm off the air at 9:30, and I probably will be bagged out. But we'll see how we work this. We'll keep you posted. Tim Bowman, I'm number 29. Sharon, 30 down. You got 70 to go. John Anderson, hello, everybody. Hello, John Anderson. Sylvia, I can't wait for you to go to Switzerland. I hope you pan outside. My daughter will be in Spain on Saturday, 5-hour time difference. We are very much looking forward to this entire trip, and I am going to be taking a lot of footage of everything. I mean, my iPhone is going to be plugged in as often as possible, and it is going to be generating all kinds of footage. Jennifer's iPhone is going to be cranking up. I have an iPhone 11 with the 3 triple lenses here. We also have our big-ass iPad to use as a camera as well. So where's the lens on that one? That's over here. Here it is right there. There it is right there. And so we can get some real nice quality video here. There's going to be all kinds of stock footage. I'm going to have B-roll up to here that I'm going to shoot everywhere. And then I'm going to start putting videos together. And hopefully when I join you live, I'll have a bunch of photos set up that I can just show you, that as I speak over, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about, that what we've been up to since you last saw us. Hopefully this is all going to work out. We have a lot to talk about. We've got to talk about the Eurorail pass, the train pass that we're going to get our hands on. I'm going to be doing a series of videos just on that, train travel in Europe for seniors since COVID. There's nothing like that on YouTube. The only thing you're going to find on YouTube, if you want to look up train travel in Europe right now, you want to look up Eurorail global pass travel in Europe, you're going to find a bunch of backpackers talking to you what it's like to travel on a train as a 21, 22, 23, 25-year-old, which is great. It's fantastic. But that's not what I am. I'm a 66-year-old ancient guy with a beautiful Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife with a bad hip. we are going to be traveling in a different way than a 25-year-old with backpacks. It's a whole different ballgame for us. I have a suspicion that a lot of you out there may find it interesting to see how we will travel with the limitations we have. And we'll fill you in on how it goes. The good, the bad, the everything in between. Same with hotel stays, what we do in the cities we visit and how we get around. And yeah, we're looking forward to giving you a full idea of what it's really like. Because remember, we are homeless. We have no home. We are nomads. And right now, we're going to be nomads starting in Europe in a couple of weeks, and we're excited about this. Robert, I am number 9, Bruce. Sylvia and Sharon, do you see thumbs down? I see thumbs ups and dislike. No number for dislikes. Apparently, YouTube has taken those away. They exist, but they don't flash them anymore, so that the plan had been under the YouTube kind of game plan. Their thinking was there are channels out there, sometimes mine, that run into trolls. And what happens is the YouTuber is working away and they get their 20 and 30 and 40 and 50 thumbs ups. And all of a sudden, 25 trolls show up and they all give the guy a thumbs down, all in like a minute. And they just make the ratio look terrible. And then they disappear and find someone else to pick on. YouTube has decided to take away the visual of the thumbs down to prevent people from watching themselves give the guy a bunch of thumbs downs with their pals. That's one of the things that's gone on. I still get told how many I get, but I have to actually go and dig for it. And I just don't have the time. So I just don't bother. But it does tell me from time to time, it'll say, oh, you did a show last Monday with your viewers. You had a 98.6% thumbs up number. So I may have had 1 or 2 thumbs downs for the show and the rest were all thumbs ups. No complaints here. I'm a happy guy. I guess so many of us hitting the thumb, the internet can't keep up. There you go. Sharon says, Sylvia, yes, you can hit the thumbs down, but it doesn't show a number now. After testing that, I had to re-hit the thumbs up button. So now I'm number 38. Right on. Joanne, Jeannie, Celebrity Millennium Alaska cruise in July. We cruised Alaska in 15. We've been trying to go against this 2020 with cancellations. We can't wait to go here. Sylvia, Sharon, now who would give Bruce a thumbs down? I mean, who would do such a thing? Sharon, Sylvia, I hold my tongue and not speculate aloud. 40 thumbs up, 60 to go, says Sharon. Way to go. Thank you, everybody, for helping out with these thumbs ups. Kirk, next cruise, July 26th on the Carnival Magic, New York City to Puerto Rico, then over to St. Thomas, then to Grand Turk. Can't wait. That's gonna be a good time, buddy. Sylvia, Josie, we sailed on Oasis in 2019. You're gonna love it. It's a great ship. Bruce, when you're in London, try to get tickets to see the musical 6. It is so much fun. There you go. Sylvia, 2 a.m. Oh my God. Robert, how are you going to manage stock market with Bruce? Well, that's the other one. The good news for me is on the other channel I have, Stock Markets with Bruce. I'm on the air at 8:30 Eastern time, live for 3 hours. The good news for me is that in London, it's 1:30 in the afternoon for 3 hours. And in Germany, it's 2:30 in the afternoon for 3 hours. So I can handle that. Not going to be an issue. The late show, I'm not sure about yet, but the early one is going to be all right. Robert, the time, oh, yes. Space Force, thumbs ups. Anyone have any tour recommendations for St. Kitts? What do you do in St. Kitts? That's a good question. Robert, anybody have the answer for that? With the time difference Robert's going, that's going to be fun. Sylvia, oh, yes, I want to see the train travel. That will be very interesting. Robert, how are you going to manage the stock market channel with the difference? Oh, we'll be on, no problem. I'll be on for the morning show for sure, no problem. Robert, in time, no problem. How are you going to manage the stock market channel with time difference? We'll manage because it starts in the afternoon, not first thing in the morning. It's easier for me to do that show. So that gives Jennifer and I the mornings to do our going out a bit and grabbing a bite and seeing some sights. Then I'm on the air for 3 hours with my gang at Stock Markets with Bruce. Not a problem at all. Let me tell you some news that's going on out there in the cruise business. Let's fill you in on what I heard here. Some stories that have come out in the last couple of days you might find interesting. Here's something that really surprised me and puzzled me at the same time. I was really, kind of wondering why this was happening. This is a news announcement that came from Norwegian Cruise Lines a couple of days ago. This may have come out on Friday or Thursday last week. It had to do with the brand new ship, the Norwegian Prima. The new ship, they canceled their inaugural cruise. They canceled their first cruise that was supposed to start on August the 17th. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is only May the 2nd now. May the 2nd, you're canceling a cruise for August the 17th, your inaugural cruise. Why? What's the issue? Now, the official reason, and it is very vague, they just said it's supply chain challenges. And I thought, you know what this is? I bet you what's going on here is that this ship is being fitted out with its last of its dishes, its furnishings, maybe its bedding, maybe some television installations, wiring in the public areas for music, emergency announcements. It could also be an issue with emergency vehicles, like the lifeboats or the tenders are delayed. It's got to be something so serious that they had to cancel the inaugural cruise. I mean, this is a big deal. I mean, this sucker is sold out. You know that inaugural cruise would have been totally sold out at top dollar. There's no way they'd want to give that up. They usually plan these to within perfection for timing. But unfortunately, no can do. The next scheduled sail is September the 3rd to 13th. That is the next one. Now, that is still on from what they're saying at the moment. But supply chain challenges are coming up now in the cruise business, which we'd never heard of before. And I've talked about the supply chain problems on my stock market channel, how companies like Apple are now having problems getting their phones out of China fast enough. They're getting their iPads, their computer, they're late, but delayed. There's the lockdown in Shanghai, the lockdown now in Beijing that they're worrying about, the China lockdown in general. Now we have cruise ships, the new ones, their parts, their final fittings, delays, logistical delays. Very interesting. Annie Mon arriving late. I was trying to sort out travel insurance. It's what a nightmare. No, number one thumbs up before the show. Got fireworks for that. Eddie, good to see you. Where ate you now? I don't know what that means, Eddie. You got to help me. Karen is here. My husband and I love to travel, even though he's a cardiac guy. He's 83, and I have a new hip at 67 as of a year ago. Very much looking forward on how you navigate abroad at this age. And this is what I was thinking about. This whole thing, I was looking up YouTube videos, desperately trying to find information about what it's like to travel as a senior and with mobility issues on trains and in the UK, in Amsterdam, in Germany, Switzerland. There's nothing out there. Virtually nothing. Virtually. There's like the odd video, but very little out there. So, and since the pandemic, there's nothing. So I've got work to do here. Eddie, Island Princess having minor issues coming back online after 2 years. Not major, but still coming back. Rocky, aren't your broadcasts going to screw up a really great vacation? Take it easy. Well, it's a working vacation. I mean, I'm a nomad. So wherever I am, I'm working. And so it really is just part of the gig. Eddie, where are you now? We're in Calgary, still in Alberta, in Calgary, this week and next week. And then the week after that, London, UK. Get ready. Now, other news to pass on to you. There's a rail line called the White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad. This is a trip that, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the one that goes out of Skagway in Alaska? You go to Skagway, and then you get on the train, and the train goes into the interior of Alaska and into Canada, into the Yukon. I think this is the one. I think this is the one. I might be wrong. You let me know if I'm wrong on this. In any event, this rail line, there's changes here. There are problems. The White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad, the trip is going to be restricted because the problems that they're having, the railroad people are trying to negotiate the rights to allow the train to travel through the US into Canada and then back to the US, back to the cruise ship on a day outing. This is nothing new. It's been going on for a long, long time. But the problem is that the Canada entry requirements and the US re-entry requirements regarding the pandemic are fouling this thing up big time. And there are no exceptions to these rules, I guess, even for something like this. And I find it unfortunate that between Homeland Security, the Customs Bureau of the US, Canada Customs, Canada Immigration, they can't get their act together when it comes to a ship that has to go into Canadian waters and American waters on a 7-day cruise. You would think how obvious it is that the people getting on this train would be the very people who are on the cruise ship, who've had their passports scanned by both countries. You would think that this thing wouldn't be a problem, but there's a problem. And so now what we're told is that this train ride will not enter Canada at all. And that means 80 of the 100-mile trip is out. And we're down to a 20-mile excursion. 20 miles up, 20 miles back. A far cry from what this was going to be. And so for now, it looks like for the entire year, this train trip is a nothing. It's not a nothing burger in its entirety, but it has been severely brought down. And the loser is Canada, because the folks in the Yukon, where this train ultimately goes to and comes back from, they make all kinds of money from these tourists that come in for 3 hours. And then they head back to their ship. They can't make a deal. They can't, for some reason, these two governments, which are the closest buddies on the face of the earth, a 5,000-mile undefended border. There's no military vehicles on each side of our border. We're not attacking each other. We're kind of buds. You think that we could work this out? You think that the politicians and that the State Department and the Canadian government, they could find a way to figure out a way to accommodate a train trip that has been going for probably 20 years. And they can't do it. It just defies logic sometimes. The bureaucracy screws up so much. Mermaid C is saying hello there. Hello. Been a while since I've been on. It's nice to have you here. Sandy's here. Hey, everybody. I'm number 46. Number thumbs up 46. Thank you. I'm in a Sunday warm medicine hat. May 5th. We'll be in Calgary. Fantastic, Sandy. Nice to have you on the air tonight with us. Tim Bowman, Skagway. That's where that train starts, Bruce. You got it. Yep, Skagway, says Eddie. Won't travel over bridge to Canada. See? Isn't that sad? Annie, what time will your live shows be from London and Scotland? I suspect it's going to be 7 o'clock Scotland time, which is probably going to be 2 o'clock Eastern time. We'll let you know when we get closer to that. And then 3 o'clock Eastern time for this show. 2 o'clock for this hangout show, 3 o'clock for this show. Sharon, 51 thumbs ups. You're over halfway already to 100 thumbs ups. This is awesome. Thank you, everybody, for hitting those thumbs ups for us. We're on our way to 100 thumbs ups tonight. Tim, we have a Skagway stop, and I've had awareness of the rail issue already, so we're not booking that excursion. Unfortunately, that is out the door. Robert, you're right. The Skagway goes to Canada for about 15 minutes. That's silly. Probably looking for more money. It's sad, really. Silly. So it would be going from Skagway through Canada and back to Skagway. Now they can't go through Canada. Yeah, that's exactly right, Tim. The modified trip was a train ride up and a bus ride back. Oh, no. Oh, that's sad. Kirk, looking at doing the chef's table, is it worth it? What do you folks think? On a Carnival cruise, is the chef's table worth it on a Carnival cruise? Let us know so we can tell Kirk. Pete Hoskins, Morning Bruce, and cruisers from a warm, sunny Sydney, Australia. Welcome from beautiful Australia. Nice to have you here, Pete. We are going to be down there in October. Jennifer and I are going to be down there in October. We have got to find a way to see it. Is there possibly a pub or a coffee shop in the greater Sydney area that is worthy of getting us together? We got to do a meet and greet down there for all my folks down there, if that is possible. We'll have to coordinate something as we get closer to the time. I got more news. Carnival. There are now price increases coming on Carnival. Speaking of Carnival, we got our buddy here, Kirk Brunson, going on a Carnival ship. So price increases. Apparently, drink packages are going up. Apparently, if you want to book a drink package, this is one of these all-inclusives. We're talking $8 a day more plus gratuities of 18%. So on May the 1st, which is like now, if you've already pre-booked your drink package, $59.95 a day plus tips. If you buy the drink package on board, you're now going to pay $64.95 a day per person. So it's husband and wife. You're going to drop $130 a day on a drink package plus 18% gratuity. That's $25 more between the two of you. You're talking $155 a day to drink on a cruise ship for that package. Is it worth it? I wonder. I really wonder. What if you overdo it on day number 3 and you're sick as a dog? Day number 4, you've just wasted $155. Day number 5, you're only drinking a little bit. You've wasted money. Day 6, you're back at it. And then the last day you're coming off the ship with a hangover. I don't know if it's worth it. I wonder. I really wonder about these 18% gratuity. It can run as high as $76 a day per person. $76 a day. Other costs are going up on Carnival. Apparently, specialty dining costs are going higher. If you're going to the steakhouse, the Fahrenheit 555 steakhouse, it's going from a $38 charge to a $42 charge. And I think tipping is extra. The Selections Steakhouse from $20 to $23 a day per visit. The Cucina del Capitano is going from $15 to $18. That's a 20% increase. The Bonsai Teriyaki specialty restaurant, $32 to $35, $3 more. GG Asian restaurant, $15 to $18, 20%. Rudy Sea Grill, $38 to $42. And the Chef's Table, Kirk, you're talking about the Chef's Table, $80 now, going to $99. A massive 25% increase in price. $99 each on Carnival. This is serious money. I wonder how that's going to go. Pete, this sounds great. We're going to get together, Sid. This is doable. Sylvia, Kirk Brunson, YouTube and Facebook channel. Kirk, if you are a foodie, I guess it's worth it. And I like to cook. Sylvia, forget train trips in Skagway. Check out the Skagway Brewing Company. Their spruce tip beer is unique and delicious. Annie Mon, I should be back in Sydney, Australia by September at my West Cork travels. Right on. Sylvia, I'll be on the Carnival Freedom for 4 days to Nassau, leaving from Cape Carnival. No drink package for me. Tim Bowman, Sylvia, quite tempting for me. Quite tempting. And Sharon laughing out loud, Tim. She's laughing out loud. All right, other news. Oh, yeah, other costs on Carnival that are going up. The internet fees. The so-called social plan, $8.50 a day is going up 25%, and the value plan is now $11.05, up 8%. They say that the premium plan might not be changing. It's going to stay at $13.60. I don't know what all you get with this. It might be so many devices or per device, so much downloads time. I don't know. Other news. I got one more piece of news for you. First of all, Sylvia, I don't want to do specialty dinners. I'm okay with the main dining room included with the cruise. Kirk, Swan, my cruise is 8 or 9 days. I paid for Cucina, but I might also do the steakhouse. Right on. Eddie, Lava La Chef Table serves food I would not eat. Is that what you're saying? You wouldn't eat that food? Meat, potatoes, gravy, and a little vegetable on the side. That's all she wrote. Got it? Okay, I hear you there. All right. Okay, one more piece of news. It's from Celebrity. The Celebrity Beyond is now on its inaugural sailing. Now, this is the ship with Captain Kate. She's running that ship now. She used to run the Celebrity Edge. Very successful run there. Now she's running the Beyond. Now that ship is 21 meters longer than the Carnival Edge. It's like 63 feet longer than the Edge and the Apex, if I recall. It also has an extra deck as well. It's another deck added onto it. So this ship is going from Barcelona round trip, and it's going to visit a couple of ports like Bilbao, Spain, Lisbon, Portugal, Cadiz, Malaga, back to Barcelona. October the 12th, it's going to head to the USA. It's going to New York City. It's going to get all the press of the world there. That should be an event. And then it's off to Fort Lauderdale until April 2023. The ship is 1,073 feet long, so it's about 60 feet longer than the Celebrity Edge and Apex. It's 128 feet wide, 3,260 passenger capacity, 1,400 crew capacity on the Beyond. And they're building now another one. They haven't named this one yet. That will be the second ship, same size as the Beyond. That ship class is doing well. It's very popular with Celebrity. They're having no trouble selling them out. Now, Celebrity looks like they've been offering all-inclusive type cruises. It looks like they're offering you chipping, like gratuities are included in your trip. So you don't have to worry about your room steward. You don't have to worry about your waiters, bus boys, those folks. But I think you're still charged a gratuity on specialty services. Now, I believe they also include I think it's a standard drink package. And I think what that means is at lunch and dinner, you can order beer or wine as part of your meal. And I think it includes soft drinks. I'm not sure if it includes more than that or not, but they do have all kinds of packages additionally. And it's kind of like a 4.5-star cruise line. It's not 5 stars, but it's not 4. It's kind of in that middle range, a little higher in the star category. They're doing well with those ships. Absolutely doing well with those ships. Let's see here. Just want to see if I'm missing any comments. Oh yeah, here we go. Sylvia, she says, "Oh, Kirk Brunson." Okay, Kirk, I did escargot on the Legend, and I'm going to do the frog's legs on the Magic. Every cruise I go on, I try different foods. Eddie Albert, Edge just did a transatlantic with only 1,156 passengers, half capacity on the Celebrity Edge. That's interesting. Louise, do you still need to be tested before getting on a cruise ship? Now, this depends on where the cruise ship is going, but I believe what is now beginning to happen everywhere is all restrictions are disappearing, except perhaps mask wearing in public areas. There might be some of that on board ships. I don't know about actual ports of call. I have been hearing from viewers of mine who they catch. I have one video that I've done, my number one video that I have ever done on this channel. It's the 10 worst cruise ports. The number one worst cruise port, as ranked by that video, was Nassau in the Bahamas. I've had people tell me even now that they land in Nassau and they're not off the ship very long. If they don't have a tour booked, they're not off that ship more than half an hour to an hour, and they come right back on the ship. So Nassau is still, got issues, I guess. I was under the impression that Nassau was doing a $250 million build out, but I understand if Nassau has delayed that because of the virus. I totally get it, because budgets were blown out the water, totally blown out the water. And things have to get kind of back to normal, to cash flow normally again. I get it. It's okay. But yeah, I'm not sure about on-board restrictions. Every line has their own thing. It's like trying to understand, 50 different rules here. Testing still required to get on cruise ships, says Ann Rogers. So there you have it. I know that I believe Canadians who fly into the U.S. still need to be tested with a negative test. I believe that is still in place. But coming to Canada, you don't need to be tested anymore. And if you fly to the UK, like Jennifer and I are going to fly to the UK, no testing required. No quarantine. No, nothing. Eddie, NASA is strict and I would not get off the ship. No way would I get off the ship. Though this is a common comment I get a lot about NASA. Kingston, Jamaica. There are no ships going to Kingston, Jamaica. There used to be at one time, but there are no ships getting off in Kingston, Jamaica. Oco Rios, you want to be part of a tour. You want to be on a bus, but boy, there are still occasional horror stories in certain Caribbean areas, countries, where even on buses there are issues. People get on these buses and create havoc and all kinds of stuff. We used to hear horror stories in certain areas even then. I'll tell you, I don't know. Tim, we are still requested to be tested to cruise to Canada, both on Holland America and Royal Caribbean. And then Shane, NASA seems to float between wanting more tourism and hating the things the tourism industry comes with. There you are. There's Shane. That's a good point. It really is a good point. It's damned if you do and damned if you don't. The country is so dependent on tourists to spend money, but some of those folks, they hate the tourists. So what are you gonna do? Eddie, Italy just dropped Green Pass, so good to go to restaurants and venues. Check first. So there you go. So that's good. I know that Netherlands is open, Germany is open, Switzerland just opened up not too long ago. I think it was New Zealand that just opened up, along with Australia, of course. But so it's coming. It's all coming. Karen, my hubby and I sailed the Edge from November 14th to November 21 in 2021. Standard drink package does include hard liquor, but not the top shelf. So you want to order a Ryan Coke, you'll get a Ryan Coke. You want a Scotch on the rocks, you probably get a Scotch on the rocks. You want a high-end Scotch on the rocks, that you pay extra for that. Karen, that makes sense because, of course, you know how it is. These drink packages, they first came out, and they were sort of an all-inclusive kind of a thing, and people just abused it and drank nothing but the really expensive stuff. So that the cruise lines started to break down what was included in the drink packages to try to control the abusers. I tell you, sometimes I just wonder if you just charged as you went, maybe people would be more controlled. But you know how it is. Unfortunately, the cruise line industry is in such financial trouble right now and so heavily indebted to their bankers with the billions they've had to borrow to keep the ships floating and maintained, waiting out the return of the passengers. They are in need of cash flow in the worst way. And drink packages are going to be hustled like you cannot believe to try to get people to spend too much on alcohol and other services. But they're desperate for the cash. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So yeah, not surprising to see them. I can imagine that all-inclusive resorts are eager for customers to come down and spend a week down there and utilize other services other than what's included. I can just imagine that too. Anyway, if you see Zacapa rum on a drink package, try it. It's really high-end rum. Try it. It's good stuff. Thank you, Sharon, for the info. Not that I'm a drinker, but those of you out there who are, absolutely good info to know. Good information to know about for sure. Now, there you have it. Well, folks, there you are. I want to say thank you, all of you. Every week, you guys just amaze me to come by and say hi to me. I appreciate it. Thank you for these thumbs ups that you give us. We beg for them, and you deliver every time. Also, those of you watching on the rerun, I cannot thank all of you enough. I would bet you that for every person that watches live, there are maybe 2 that watch on rerun during the week. And all of you guys give us a thumbs up. It's fantastic. I love you guys for that. And then you send me messages and say, I'm thumbs up number 122. I'm thumbs up number 144, because we go over 100 every week on the thumbs up. We go towards 200 on these shows, and I do very much appreciate that. I promise you, in the very near future, Jen and I will be on the move. as nomads, and the cameras will be rolling. And so stick around and get ready to watch Traveling with Bruce as he's traveling. Because this being locked up at home nonsense is enough of that. We're moving now, and this trip coming up, we're on the go every 4 or 5 days. We're moving. So I would welcome you to that, and bear with us as we get the editing done on the road to upload videos and keep you posted. And if you have the chance to catch us live, fantastic. We'll try to give you the best views we can from wherever we're at, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you, everybody. Shane, they got to increase that on-ship spending at all costs. Seems like they're still having trouble attracting new travelers. I believe it, Eddie, but with half capacity, how are they making money? And if half of those people are on the ship with cruise credits, they're not making any money at all. I would wonder. Thank you, Eddie, saying, Pinky and Pirate, what about vaccinations? Are there any cruise lines that allow you to take a cruise if you're not vaccinated? I don't know of one yet. Not sure of one at the moment that allows it at this point. I still think you have to have proof of, and I think even to fly into Heathrow, we have to have proof of vaccination, but not a test. And coming back to Canada, we have to have proof of vaccination as well. I'm waiting for America to lift the testing requirement. Proof of vaccination should be enough. That hopefully will happen soon. It wouldn't surprise me before the midterms this will happen. We'll find out all about that. And then David says that we're going on a Royal Caribbean cruise to Ireland and Scotland this June on the Jewel of the Seas out of Amsterdam for excursions. Is it okay to tip with US dollars, or do we need to get local currency? If you're tipping people in the cruise business, in the travel business, so you're tipping a tour guide and you're handing them American dollars, they won't mind. They'll find it, okay. What you'll find, though, absolutely easily, is everywhere in the downtown core where you're at, like Amsterdam, you're going to have no trouble getting your hands on currency if you want to exchange 20 American dollars or 100 for some euros, or if you want to convert some American into British pounds if necessary. You can do that in the UK. You can also use an ATM machine. You just go to a bank. They have the ATM machines on the outside of the bank. You put in your ATM card and you can withdraw 30 euros. It'll cost you a little conversion, but it's not going to break you. Depending on your financial institution, though, you may want to check on that. But otherwise, yeah, you can always convert some cash to currency. You should be all right. But they won't mind. No, they won't mind. You lost internet, says Eddie. Shane, David, the way the US dollar euro is going, your tips will go a lot further US. That's right. The euro is dropping dramatically. It's only 105 to the American dollar. It's coming to par. That could be at par by the time you get there. Bruce, what type of camera are you planning on your trip? I use a Sony 6000 with 2 lenses. You know what? I'm going to be using this right here. This camera, this right here, will be quite adequate for what we have. Jen has one. I have one. We have our iPad as well. If we find that it's not adequate, we'll buy a camera on the fly, and we'll be all right. But I don't think we're going to need much more than that. The video I'm going to shoot will be a bunch of B-roll, and then when I put videos together, I'll probably be doing voiceovers to explain to you what you're looking at and what's going on, because I'm not going to be holding a microphone in Trafalgar Square trying to talk to you with the wind noise and the people going by and the pigeons flying. That is not my style. I'll take video of Trafalgar Square, but you're not going to hear the background noise of Trafalgar Square. You're not going to listen to the diesel buses going by, the birds squawking, kids yapping at their mums and dads. None of that. No. It's going to be much more enjoyable than that. At least I think it'll be much more enjoyable than that, because it'll be of chock full of imagery and information that hopefully you'll enjoy getting, and that you'll find useful for a trip you might travel, no matter what your age. But we'll let you know. how it all goes and how it all works out. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I see 64 thumbs ups on my screen right now already that have come in. 64 thumbs ups because of you wonderful people. Thank you all for helping us out with these thumbs ups. It makes such a difference for the analytics of this channel. Thank you again for all your support. All of you who are members of this channel, thank you. You're helping keep this channel going. And looking forward to cranking out video for you and content and the live show, of course. Sharon, Robert, I'm a Nikon girl, but there are times when I'm traveling that I'll take a good point and shoot instead of my better gear. It's just easier to be more portable sometimes. There's that too. Yeah, Jen and I are going to be on the move a lot. And so you're going to see me walking up and down trains, inside trains, showing you different areas. We're going to be doing the hotel tour, the room tour. You're going to see us do the downtown walkabout. You'll see me trying different foods. We'll take you to different venues. There's just going to be all kinds of stuff, just all kinds of stuff. Each place will be, of course, unique, but we're on the go. We're on the go, and I think using this unit right here will be pretty good. And of course, I have the advantage of my software, my editing software that is in my computer to use as well. So hopefully you'll like the quality of the videos and you'll find them enjoyable. We'll see how it goes. I'm a little rusty. I haven't done videos in a while, so I've got some work to do. But bear with me. We hope that we improve on it, and we'll crank out all kinds of content all summer long that you can enjoy. And then we'll get ready for our fall trip to Singapore, Bali, Indonesia, Australia, and New Zealand. We have a lot of planning still to do there too. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Sharon, that agreed. That and carry around a phone in your pocket attracts a lot less attention than the DSLR and 3 lenses. Philip, I'm 78. Euro railing for 35 days. Suggest you get seat reservations, get to the platform early, look for the car location, prevents trying to go through the whole train, struggling with your bags. Exactly, sir. Exactly, Philip. You got it. Sharon, I actually prefer zoom lenses when traveling, so I don't have to swap out lenses. Right on. Camera tips from Sharon. Anybody knows, she knows. Thank you guys so much for your attendance today. Have a great week. Stay healthy, be well, and plot your vacations. And we'll see you here next week, one last time from Calgary before we take off for Europe. Sharon says, for concerts, my little point and shoot with a deceptively good zoom gets me through security, and it still takes good photos. How about that? There you go. Right on, Sharon. Have a great night, everybody. All of you out there, take care. We'll see you next week, Monday at 7 o'clock for the sponsor member show, 8 o'clock for this big show. Thank you for attending tonight. We'll talk to you soon. All the best from Calgary. Bye for now.